People, welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, the Christmas continues to look very spooky because now we just hearing that the Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, a man by the name of Jeremy Taylor, has come out all guns blazing, right? And at first, when I was going to title this video and everything, I was going to word it and title it as if he was responding to me, right? But then I thought to myself, you know what, let me just open it out to all bloggers, right? That way nobody can say, oh yeah, go like you all won't talk about this. Alright, so cool, he's talking about all bloggers, right? People, let's look at this now. During my coverage of the Tesha Miller trial, right, I've been going hard at the public prosecution office. And people have accused me of saying, oh, me I support Tesha, right? I'm against the public prosecution and me I back Tesha, me I back criminal. And I'm like, you know what, way back when I first started the channel, I'd be surprised at the people could have that kind of reasoning. But then now that I've been into it a couple months, I've kind of got used to the whole simpleton culture, right? So I'm not even going to bother explaining anything. But this is what you have to understand, people. Before I play the clip that Jeremy Taylor said, and how I'm going to show you why I think he's directly applying to some things that I said this week, right? Let me just explain this to certain people. What you have to understand is that I come from a different background, right? Obviously, I don't know all my viewers and my subscribers, right? But I come from a different background. I come from a background where people are held accountable for every single action. I come from a background where if you're given a target and you don't meet it, and you're the leader, even if it's not your fault directly, even if it's somebody under your leadership who made the mistake or did something wrong, you are held accountable. That's the background I come from. So when you see me do these videos and you see me calling on certain people and demanding things from people, it's because it was also demanded of me. That is what is instilled inside of me, right? A leader is responsible for everybody who is under their command, right? So when you're going to tell me it's not him, it's him, it's she, that means nothing to me, people, right? So that is the background I come from, where one mistake is the difference between life and death. If somebody says to me, listen, these men are under your control, make sure one is there, and one is there, so that nobody can come down this side and flank us. If one of the men who I put in position to secure a certain spot moves from that position or drop asleep or whatever, and something end up happening, right, everybody get called in. I can't say, well, me did tell him say he must stand up there, say nothing to do with me. No, he's screwed up, but as his leader, I'm also in a world of problem. So when I call out certain people in government, certain people in the police force, certain people in the public prosecution office, I don't want nobody come tell me, yeah, but it's not she, it's not him, it's not him. Listen, if you're a leader, you have to just accept pressure, right? So let me just make that clear. Because I don't understand why people are sliding in my Instagram DMs and emailing me all kind of things that tell me, say, me I fight that person, yeah. Why does a coach scream at his players on the sideline of a field? Have you ever watched a football match and you see Alex Ferguson or Jose Mourinho or Pep Guardiola running down the sideline shouting after his players? Is it because he hates his players? Is it because he's on the other team's side? Is it because he wants his team to lose? No, he wants them to do better, and he's seeing the mistakes they're making from the sidelines, and he's trying to get them to improve so they can win. So when I call out the public prosecution office, how does that mean I'm on the side of the criminal? When I'm saying, listen, you people need to prepare your cases better. That way, when you carry these men to court, you have a better chance of winning. Or you go carry people to court, and then is when you reach court, defense lawyer go say, listen, no case submission because them people don't even have one scrap of evidence. We've seen it time and time again in the Uchense Wilson case, all kind of case. We see it now in the Tesha Miller case, where the prosecution is trying to show that Tesha Miller and this man is friend from them 11, and them can't show one phone conversations, one message, one text, one picture, nothing, to link the two man them, to the point where Tesha Miller can stand up and say, Your Honor, I don't know this man. Them can't show one wiretap. All they had to do is say, listen, before you take the stand, since you know Tesha, make a one call, make you have it on record of you calling him. You don't even have to ask him about nothing about no crime. Call him and say, yo, what go on me done? Yeah man, everything good with the family. Oh, alright. Yo, remember one time with the 18 and you broke your foot round, so ha 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 ha. Just that one conversation, even though it have nothing to do with talking about a crime, would be enough to show the jury that, well, these people do in fact know each other and have a history, because here them talk about long time thing, right? That would help the jury to be more convinced that Ratty actually know Tesha and improve the chances of Tesha being found guilty. These are basic things, and these are the things I was demanding, but clearly it was too much. So now Jeremy Taylor has come out, right, and I'm going to let you listen to what he said, right? And I want you to remember the last video I did where I was talking about prosecution office, and how they were on some Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck thing. Well, listen to what he's saying right now.
There's a myth going on that every time you hear about seasoned defense counsel going up against prosecutors as, you know, if we are children or if we are ill-prepared or that we cannot manage. We'll mash down that lie. We have to communicate very difficult concepts of law and evidence to a tribunal, either of law, that is the judge, and believe me, some of them do need it.
As if we are children. I mean, just last week when I was talking about Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse prosecution, and now he's coming out saying people talking about them as if they're children. Alright, yeah, I know. People are going to say, yeah, I know most of you talk to repeat. So make we forget that part now. People, do you realize that in defending themselves, you see what Jeremy Taylor just do? Him just throw the judge them under the bus. Because what he's saying is, some of these judges don't know what they might do. And that him basically saying to people, you hear what he said, and trust me, some of them need it. We have to convey difficult rule, and some of them need it. That is a shot at the judges. So why him can come after the judge but nobody can come after them? You see how this thing work? If him can say the judge them need this and it, because the way he just worded it to the people, listen to that last sentence, you know, right? Them need it. So one, either must say there are judges in Jamaica who don't know the law, right? Which would in itself be obviously a serious problem, but wouldn't be surprising, right? And then when he says the tribunal, I'm guessing that's the jury we talk about. We must say, oh, they have to convey these difficult. Man, ain't nothing difficult about most of these cases. What do you mean difficult? The Uchense Wilson case, it wasn't like they brought all this hell of evidence and then the jury just couldn't process the evidence. You brought no evidence, sir. You brought no evidence. Mickey Mouse thing, what do you mean difficult? There was nothing difficult about the Uchense Wilson case then. That policeman who just walked, after Peter Champagne bust the case, the man turned around and literally gave you advice. He literally, after he bust the case, the defense lawyer that just matching him up turned around and said, hey listen, we need to get an act together and actually get us some evidence for when the carry people go court. In the Tesha Miller case, you're going up against a premium 90 and you bring one piece of, you have one witness, and the next one, who knows what happened to him, because clearly we never put him under protection. Don't even know a witness there. Witness could have dead or alive, who knows, right? You have no wiretaps, no phone calls, no pictures, no videos, nothing. Just one informer. How is that not ill prepared? And if you notice, people, this is what happens in a lot of people in Jamaica who have very high positions, you know, when you call them out on their mediocrity, instead of them presenting facts and evidence to show that they really deserve to get this big reputation they want, they turn to some emotional nonsense. You know what he should have said? He should have said, actually, since 2019, the Public Prosecution Office has won 88% of the cases we've taken to court. Then the argument would have done. In America, the federal, when people know, any criminal in America know, when the feds come for you, there is a over 90% chance you're gone. Not at the state level, you know. The feds, my viewers who are in America can give me the exact figure, but I know the feds in America have a over 90% conviction rate. Because by the time them come for you, them already have everything gathered. Right? Them have all the evidence them need, them have them videos, them pictures, them wiretaps, right? Them have 3-4 witness, right? Them have everything. So most man, when the feds come for them have got us either play out. Right? Because you know there is a over 90% chance you get sink. When the Office of Public Prosecution come for you in Jamaica, Jamaican criminals know there's a over 90% chance them are going to bust the case. And I'm not even talking about no high level criminals. Low level, all 87s are bust big case. These people in Newchense Wilson who were busting, who beat the case, it wasn't like them were on a big top man. None of them didn't even have a high profile lawyer. But the case was so weak, it still get thrown out. So what does he mean this myth? Show the numbers then. What does he mean myth? Say no myth. And even when them catch them and them, the cases are so weak that after them convict them, then beat them on appeal. Criminals are very confident when they go up against the Office of Public Prosecution. Very confident. Anyway, people, enjoy on the Sunday dinner on rice and peas. Right down the carrot juice. Right. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment, and share the video as usual. Bless.